Good day to you, friends of liberty. I am Mercy Otis Warren, and this is Voice of the Colonies, brought to you in part by...
From the brilliant mind of Benjamin Franklin comes the lightning bottle. Why fear thunder when you can own it? Use it to light candles, shock your enemies, or impress that special someone at the barn dance. Order now and we'll toss in a free kite and key. Franklin's lightning bottles, for the bold, the brave, and the slightly reckless.
September 1775 opens with more smoke than sunshine, and not just from muskets. From Canada to Carolina, the week brings hunger, fire rumors, and bold defiance. General Richard Montgomery continues his push up the Richelieu River toward Fort St. John's. His men are slogging through swamps, swarmed by mosquitoes so fierce that one soldier writes home that the insects fight us harder than the enemy. Small posts and riverboats are falling into Patriot hands, and inside the fort, Major Charles Preston is piling up defenses, watching the net tighten. The war spills onto the water as well. American privateers are now prowling the coast. They're pouncing on British supply ships bound for Nova Scotia. One sloop near Cape Ann was taken this week, and taverns were ringing with the story of fishermen turned warriors, using grappling hooks where British use broadsides. Even humble fishing boats bristle with cannon. The British may boast that they rule the seas, but we are gaining ground. And then Boston. The siege tightens like a noose. Food grows scarce. Families are trading silver spoons and candlesticks for flour. Loyalists in the city beg General Thomas Gage for passes to leave, but he closes the gates tighter after a fire near the wharves sparked panic. Patriots outside the city blockade every road, while soldiers write home with grim humor. We dine today upon liberty and boiled roots. One adds that they march barefoot more often than not. The British may not kill them, but the New England weather, it just might. And not all trouble comes from redcoats. Whispers are spreading through General George Washington's camp that Dr. Benjamin Church, the Army's chief physician, is sending secrets to the British. Now, there's no proof yet, but the suspicion burns. And in Cambridge, Benedict Arnold is fuming. He helped capture Fort Ticonderoga in May, but Ethan Allen took the credit. Congress is ignoring his bills and receipts, and Arnold fills his time with angry letters demanding recognition. We'll be back after this.
Tired of taxation without intoxication? Fed up with lukewarm tea and kingly lectures? Then raise your tankard high and taste true independence with Rebellion Rum. Rebellion Rum delivers a bold kick stronger than a midnight musket volley. One hearty gulp will put the fire of freedom right in your belly. Trusted by patriots from Boston to Savannah, Rebellion Rum. When royal proclamations weigh heavy, wash them down with a draught of defiance.
And my friends, news travels fast these days unless you're the last to hear it. And wouldn't that be dreadful? So subscribe below and stay ahead of the whispers, the battles, and the gossip alike. Now back to this week's news, where the King's proclamation of rebellion is finally landing in some of the smaller towns across the colonies. The reaction is loud, sharp, and anything but obedient. In some villages, bells ring in protest. In Connecticut, townsfolk drag an effigy of George through the streets before burning it. In others, broadsides mock his words openly. If George wanted silence, he got the opposite. Sermons that thunder with rebellion, even poetry. Boston's own Phyllis Wheatley, the young poet who once dazzled London, is sharing new verses in private letters, words of justice and freedom that patriots now cite at the pulpit. The South has its own storm brewing. In Virginia, Lord Dunmore keeps threatening to arm enslaved men against the patriots. His words are spreading fear through the plantations, but they also spread resolve. In North Carolina, Colonel Jethro Sumner drills his militia hard, stockpiling supplies for what everyone knows is coming. The South is not silent, it is bracing. And on the frontier, neighbors turn on neighbors. In the Green Mountains, Ethan Allen's men clash with loyalists in skirmishes fought in fields and woodlots. No banners, no drums, just neighbors chasing each other from fence lines. The revolution is not some distant struggle, it's breaking out on doorsteps. Even in Rhode Island, the muster rolls tell a story. Free black men step forward to enlist, some veterans of the French and Indian War, and they're ready to fight again. Men like Cuff Green prove that liberty is not reserved for one color of skin, but for all who claim it with courage. So this first week of September, if Britain insists we are rebels, then let them look closely and watch these rebels gain strength. Until next time, I remain your faithful correspondent, Mercy Otis Warren, and this has been Voice of the Colonies.